some of the bits did okay. Food Pyramid did better than we thought. Something kind of bombed bad. I got to go over the notes, but that's okay. I'll close out tonight with a song I wrote one night after I met this guy who told me he wrote Mr. Tambourine Man by Bob Dylan. He told me that Bob Dylan stole it from him, and I don't know if that's true. That's just what he told me, and I sat in this bar and listened to this man complain about life and love and music, and everything he said was really interesting and very deep, and I liked the way he wrote and spoke. And he got up and walked away, and I thought, what can I do? I figured the best thing I could do would be to steal everything else he said and put it into that verse. If it could work for Bob, maybe it could work for me. But I'm not afraid to tell you that this is a co-write between me and some drunk guy in New Orleans. And every time I walk past the bar Checkpoint Charlie, I look in to see if he's there so I can offer him his $7 or $8 of royalties he would have received at this point. All the good lines are his, I just wrote the filler. And to help me sing this last song, we're going to bring out Lois Pear to join us for this final tune. We're happy to have them, happy to be back at work, happy to be here in Nashville. It's a lovely place. I'm just very grateful anytime I get to play in front of people, because I spent a lot of time in my early days playing at coffee shops to either 0 people or 1 people. And any musician out there knows that it's easier to sing to 0 people than to 1 people. Because if there's nobody in the audience, you can pretend like it didn't happen. Like when that tree falls in the woods and doesn't make a sound. That's how it is. But when there's 1 person in the audience, that tree makes quite the awkward sound. It's just bad for everybody, and that poor person in the audience, they can't leave, they're trapped. Because they can't leave till someone else comes, because they can't make it a 0 people show. Man, you feel for them. And I did so many shows like that, and it was always hard because those people really wanted to encourage you. I remember one time this guy came up to me after one of those shows, and he said, John, you know, sound waves, they last for hundreds of years. So even though right now no one's in this room, for eons, your song will be filling this room. And I was like, thank you. And I talked to a scientist, and that's not true. Sound waves last about 6 seconds. But the reason I'm telling you this is because one night I was playing, many years ago, I was playing in Cedar City, Utah in a coffee shop, and there was one guy there the whole time, and he wanted to leave the whole time, but he couldn't. And I felt for him, but I had to play my 2 hours. And finally, when I got off the stage, he was so nice, and he came up to me and he bought a CD and he bought a sticker, and he said, do you have anywhere to stay tonight? And I said, clearly I don't. But I have an Astrovan I sleep in usually. He said, no, stay at my house. And he let me sleep on his couch. And he cooked me breakfast in the morning. And it was so nice. And I was kind of down on myself. And as I was walking out, after all that generosity, he said, Craigie, wait. And I turned around and he said, I want you to have this. And in his hand, he had a $100 bill. And at that moment, my self-esteem was really low. And I just said to him, I was like, I can't accept that. He said, why not? And I said this, it's embarrassing, but I said, I'm not good enough. And then he said, I'm not giving this to you because you're good. I'm giving this to you so you won't give up. And I said, I wasn't going to give up. Should I? What I'm trying to say is that if you like doing something, just do it to 0 people or to 1 people, because this is what I've learned. 1 people turns into 2 people, 2 turns into 4, 4 turns into 8, and the next thing you know, it's a Monday night in Nashville. City Winery is treating us so kind. We love you so much. Thank you for being here. Mr. Tambourine Man, that little man ain't nothing but a thief. Yeah, but I don't care at all. I was destined to be poor. I was destined to stay in this city. And New Orleans in the morning
drinking after Mardi Gras is like the sweetest hangover you ever saw. All the buildings sag, beads hang from the trees in the pink sky dawn. I stumble to the feet in the corner of the bar, a notepad and a pen, a little hair of the dog. I wrote Mr. Tambourine Man, when the apocalypse is over, I hope you like your job. Oh yeah, ain't it a shame nobody sets anybody free anymore? And I hear a song where the singer is mad at their ex, 'cause they said they always love him, now they've gone up and left, and they complain and they whine, and they want him to come back home. I say, out of 7 billion people, let the ones who don't love you go. When the apocalypse is over, I hope you like your job. Oh yeah, ain't it a shame nobody sets anybody free anymore? Once again, give it up for Lois Perry. Well, never trust a musician who plays with their eyes open, 'cause all the good shit happens when they're closed. You gotta give yourself the shivers before you can give them to someone else. So I wrote Mr. Tambourine Man, I left it in the dust, 'cause the perfect song is a song that you've only got to play once. I don't wanna be no dinosaur blaming the asteroid for my stride. I might have been born yesterday, but I've been up all night. Hell yeah, when the apocalypse is over, I hope you like your job. Ain't it a shame nobody sets anybody free anymore? Ain't it a shame? Ain't it a shame nobody sets anybody free?